plug. Oh, as he goes, you're live.
Welcome to the comedy show known as the Metal Summit. It is Wednesday night. We are here for you guys every week. This is your island of misfit toys, and if we chimed in on cue there, well, you got a little bit of extra comedy right there. As always, I'm joined with Angel, Jason, Psycho Steve, Bobby. I'm Jay, but the fact of the matter is, KV Mob, join in. We got Kickin Valentina, we got Chris, we got Heber. How are you guys?
We're doing great, man. How you guys doing?
We are doing great as always, man. We appreciate you guys taking your time out to sit with us and talk a little bit of what we're going to kick right off to, which is the upcoming Revenge of Rock. You guys are currently finishing off a Indiegogo for it. So talk a little bit about the album and what you want the fans to know about it, because I can assume that a lot of your ability to record happened because of the recent sadness.
Yeah, this Roni Rona shit, man, that hit everybody. I keep calling it that, right? Isn't that fucking funny?
Yeah.
It obviously gave us some time to do finish up the album, and which we're in dire needs to do anyway.
Yes.
Because we did have a lot of tours that were lined up that got canceled, so we were kind of scrambling. Okay, we need to, as soon as we get home, we have to get in for a couple of days and then go back out on the road and do that. But so I guess I don't want to say it was a blessing in disguise, because we'd rather be playing live.
Yeah, definitely. But we definitely took advantage of the downtime. And record's done. Release date is January 22nd. And video comes out,
and the
first single comes out October 30th.
Is that what you said? 30th?
Yes, yeah. October 30th.
Nice.
And single, and we are doing an Indiegogo campaign right now, and I think there's maybe 5 or 6 hours left on it. So if you're watching, go over there and
go get you some one-of-a-kind stuff, because after this is over, after we get printed, it's
never making those designs again. So if you want them, get them.
Right, and the first 500
vinyl or
color vinyl
red. So we're doing a limited edition on the vinyl, and a bunch of other cool shit over there. So check it out.
That's fucking awesome. January 22nd, a couple days before. That's a great birthday present for me, baby.
All right.
I'm stoked for that. Absolutely. And so for the fans that are either brand new to KV, but also the fans that are familiar with you guys overall, this is your second release with DK, but your first full album with him. So talk a little bit about the history of your relationship with DK, him coming into the fold, and what he's brought to Kickin Valentina.
Well, DK's awesome. We love him. He is definitely the fourth KB Psycho in the band. He brought a whole bunch of energy. You always want to have people playing with you that you can say, man, if I could just find another person like me that has the same attitude and the same drive, and we were always that, and he's just the fourth one that came in and just kind of fill that role of being just another knucklehead like us that wants to play constantly and entertain people. So
we definitely love having him in the band.
And he's a fucking character.
Oh yes, he is.
Yeah, he's a fucking character, So you gotta love that. And we all are in our own little way. Yeah, but
But we released the Chaos in Copenhagen EP. When did we release that? Into last year.
And which is a great story, by the way.
Yeah,
that came about.
Yeah, we were on tour and we had a couple of days off when we were in Copenhagen, and
we were signing.
We renewed our deal with the label
for 2 more albums.
Yeah, and he's like, you guys aren't doing anything but
drinking my beer, because he owned a bar.
He owns a bar, so we were just sitting around, and he's like, he wanted us to go into the studio while we were there, and we just went in and knocked out 3 songs in a day. And then then we were playing Bang Your Head Festival a couple weeks later
in Germany.
So we were already filming that and recording it. So we just used Get Ready from that show for the EP as well. So, but that was we wanted to
And it was great because it was to introduce DK to the fan.
It was a perfect
timing. It was a
opportunity
perfect opportunity to introduce him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're happy that we finally have a full length coming out with him. So,
yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. And before I kick it down to the guys, just as like a follow up on this, you said you were re-signing with your label for 2 new albums. Talk a little bit about your relationship with the label and how that label found you, or you found them, and the relationship.
Man, we actually got in touch with the label through a friend of ours, a guy named Ken Anthony, who lives in Copenhagen. He actually heard us on an internet radio station and sent us an email, told us he really liked the band, blah, blah, blah. Told us, he wanted to help us out. We're like, yeah, that's cool. What can you do? We didn't, at the time, we didn't really know what.
Yeah.
And he ended up taking us to like a couple different people, and we talked to like Brian Slagle at Metal Blade. He had
King Diamond took us to King Diamond. We were talking on the phone with them. He loved some of our songs.
Ken is good friends with King Diamond, so he told King about us, and King took us to Brian, and didn't really work out because we were not really a metal band, and Brian liked it. He's just like, I don't know what to do. You guys aren't heavy enough for the label. So Ken ended up taking us to this guy Michael Anderson, who owns Mighty Music, and it just worked. It just they liked what we were doing. They gave us the freedom to just kind of do what we want, and they've been a great label. We get really good press from them over in Europe, and we have great distribution, and they've just been very supportive of everything that we've done. And they stuck by us through everything, all the crazy shit that's been going on with the band the last couple of years, and they stuck with us, and they believe in it and love what we do. So we're really happy with it.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Right on. Mr. Dreyer, let's kick it down to you, friend.
So I got to ask, where the hell did the name come from?
Always get that. So there used to be like it was funny because if you used to like punch in like Kickin Valentina on Google, it used to just come up nothing but like this. There was this fetish porn star that kicked guys in the balls named Valentina. And so that's how kind of the name came out. I mentioned it like that, and Jimmy and I were throwing names back and forth, and it was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And all of a sudden, he said, how about Kickin Valentina? And we were all laughing, and we kind of stopped and went, oh, okay, well that's kind of cool. All right, so let's go with it. And then it's just kind of stuck. But it's really, there was a fetish porn star that kicked guys in the balls named Valentina. So
this is all before I joined the band.
Yeah, this is all before.
So I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
I got to go into more fetish sites and pick up things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll let you know what sites.
Text me afterwards, and I'll send you a whole bunch of links. Don't worry about it.
And nothing scares me. I'm not worried about it.
I've been kicked balls plenty of times.
Seriously. Oh, Chris, you poor angel. You weren't around for such discussions.
I wasn't. And, I've just been corrupted since I joined the band. Yeah.
Well, then if we're going to go the direction of corrupted, then we need to kick it down to our friend Psycho Steve.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So since Bobby stole my question is, how did you guys meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah, were you guys in a band together before Kickin Valentina?
No, none of us were. I met Jimmy. I used to own an all natural holistic pet store. Okay, and Jimmy used to come in to the pet store to buy food for his dogs. So we would always talk and stuff like that. And one day we actually had some time to talk. And he goes, man, you look familiar. Did you, play? And I was like, yeah, I played in this band. And he's like, oh, no shit, I played in that band. And he goes, well, I play drums. And I'm like, oh, okay, So it was a time where I was done playing music, so it didn't. I had no interest. But we started talking more and more. Hey, it'd be nice to do put a band together again and play, but just do music what we want to do and not try to follow what everybody else is doing at the time or anything like that. And if people like it, great. If they don't, we don't give a fuck. But if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. And that's how kind of it started. And then we auditioned different bass players and different singers and and when we first Chris just left the band and he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. And we were just putting a band together. So he was like,
Yeah, Jimmy, I've kind of known Jimmy a little bit just from like we would always run into each other at shows and we would just see each other around. And he hit me up one day and wanted to know
in the bathrooms.
Yeah, he wanted to know if I he told me, I've got this guitar player and we're trying to put a band together. And my old band had just broken up. And I'm like, dude, I just got out of this band for like 8 years and I have no interest in like helping you form a fucking band. So I was like, if you get something together and you guys need a bass player, like call me. But, I'm not going to help you put a band together. And, he went back and told Heber that. And Heber was like, well,
fuck him. That's what I said. Tell him to go fuck
Tell
himself.
him to go fuck himself. And I don't know, a year later, maybe, Jimmy hit me back up. And
he sent you some demos.
He sent me some demos that you guys had done. And I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And, I went down and jammed with them. And here we are,
Nice.
So, but,
and he went, yeah, man, I see, if I would have met you first, I would have just joined that. That's what he said. That's what he said to me when we were outside smoking, right?
But yeah, so that's it, And
then from there, just there.
Yeah.
And the funny part is DK, and this is I love this story how it came about.
Yeah.
DK was actually the original singer that we wanted for this band.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
And
when we reached out to him, he lives in California, and at the time he lived in California, and we were just putting a band together, and it was just, I think at that point it was more of a pipe dream, kind of like, can we make it happen? Can we just record stuff, send it over there? It really wasn't going to work out. So it was kind of like a thing where like, all right, it's just not feasible. He lives in California, we're in Atlanta, it doesn't going to work out. And then, lo and behold, it just came around when we went through the whole debacle, and I don't want to get too much into that. We reached out to him, and he says, all right, what time do you want me there, right? Yeah. So I said, well, you got to make sure. And I'm yelling, is your wife okay with this? Yeah. And she's like, take his fucking ass now. All right, so you're coming, a couple of days. And he came down, and he had all the songs down.
Yeah, man, he came down like we booked him a flight, and he came in like 2 weeks later and learned like 11, 12 songs and just fucking nailed them.
And we played like we were rehearsing, and it was just like, he said, I know your songs, I've been following you guys, and he kind of went, I wish it, back then it would have worked out because it would have been in a different situation now, right? But things happen for a reason, and we're happy where we are now, and we're just gonna keep going.
Sweet.
Absolutely, for sure. Jason, take it away, brother.
So, guys, first of all, Steve, you stole my question. There's a lot of stealing going on tonight. But I do have another question, which is good. So, what inspired you guys, or who inspired you guys to even get into music?
For me, it was, I'm a big Kiss fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Kiss fan, and just to see that spectacle up on stage, and was being young and watching them, and then watching women throw underwear at Paul Stanley, I just went, well, shit, that's what I want to do. Not throw underwear at Paul Stanley, but he has a even in it. But if he wants me to throw underwear at him, I'll throw underwear at him. But that for me, that was one of the big. This is what I want to do. Yeah. To me, they were larger than life. And to this day, I think they're larger than life. There's not that many rock stars left. And those guys are it. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a fan of music since I was like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to my first concert. I went to the Day on the Green Festival in Oakland, which was Motley Crue, Whitesnake, Poison, and Jet Boy. And I was like 14. I was like 14 or 15 years old. I think it was 14. And I just remember walking away like thinking that was the coolest fucking thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And it's just everything about it.
That's how it was for me.
The show,
right?
just everything.
Everything. Right?
And about a year later, I got a guitar and quickly switched over to bass and
less strings, right?
Exactly. I couldn't play chords very well, but I was like, I can do, I can do that. So, I can learn AC/DC songs, and so yeah, that shows kind of what did it for me.
Dude, you guys were destined to end up with DK. If the fact that the first show that did it for you in music included a band that DK used to sing for.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was that was in it was 1987.
Mm-hmm.
So feeling old.
That's wild. That's so fucking cool. Angel, there's no way that the mob doesn't have something to say.
Oh yes. By the way, Jason, you stole my question. I'm just following what everybody's saying. I don't know. I'm just following what everybody's saying. Okay, we have new fans. Dawn, welcome. Matt Porter, as always. Hey, fellas. Star Peters. Christine, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Kim Sullivan. Debbie says, hi, boys. Can't wait to see y'all out there again.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I already said that name. Carla Rice.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny.
Love those fuckers.
Yes.
Yes, I really suck at pronouncing his name, so I'm surprised that I'm still alive. Bradley, Angie, thank you guys for watching. Bradley.
I never heard of her. Who is she?
She's a really cute girl that wears a bandana.
She sounds like a bitch.
Yeah, she sounds like a little bitch. Like a sushi eating little Oreo chewing little bitch.
We went to some shows with us
on the road. Oh, dude,
and we go to a gas station. We're standing in line, and Brad's standing there with some fucking gas station sushi. And Heber is like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? Do you see an ocean around here? Why the fuck are you getting sushi from a gas station
in the middle of Wisconsin,
in like the fucking Midwest?"
Damn, that's a good way to fuck up your stomach.
Another thing.
I saved his life.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Y'all keep stealing each other's questions. Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Angelica hails from Minnesota.
Hey.
Awesome.
Cool.
We love Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now my question. Okay, that one was stolen. That one was stolen. Okay. Here's a question that actually wasn't stolen.
The question was stolen.
How did the band come up with the title of the record, and did you guys consider any other titles for the record?
Well, one of the songs on there is called "The Revenge of Rock."
Yeah.
So we did consider quite a few of them. It's let me tell you, picking a title for an album is hard, man.
It is. Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, I think we all threw like 20, 30 different freaking things at each other, and we're like, okay, maybe, okay, maybe. So it's like, it's hard, you know.
DK had had the Revenge of Rock little phrase for like a while, and we just started hashtagging things with it, and then we ended up making a T-shirt with the Revenge of Rock on it last year, and before we even knew we were going to call the album that.
Yeah.
And when it came time to pick a title, we were just.
Well, then we wrote a song.
We had a song called "The Revenge of Rock," and it just we just went with it.
Yeah, I kind of feel that it's in a way we're kind of we think it, at least in our minds we do, that we're bringing back the fun into rock and roll. So
yeah,
and
there's a lot of I mean, you guys know there's a lot of fucking like new rock bands out there that are making some noise, and
they're not getting any. They're not getting any headway or anything like that, right? Because everybody's always stuck on the same old, and
it's like there's a really cool underground scene out there.
Yeah,
and
that we wish that people will pay more attention to. So we're just kind of hoping that we get.
It just kind of, I guess, encompasses all of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Revenge of Rock. We kind of think about this year with us not having any concerts or anything, and now the new record coming out in 2021 is almost like you can say 2021 is the Revenge of Rock, where we can finally go to rock shows again and kick ass and rock and roll and drink beer and all that other good stuff.
Can we quote you on that? Because
yes.
That's good.
Sex, fun, and rock and roll. Damn it, 2021 Revenge of Rock.
That's what you need to start hashtagging shit with, then. All right, because I mean, that makes a lot of sense. In a way, maybe subconsciously that's what it was, and we just don't know about it. And you brought it up to us. Look at
that. Good job, Angel.
Angel.
See right now? See how his question turned into this whole fucking thing?
Well, that's a really, really good thing, considering we almost needed. That's a good thing, though. Considering
you're playing with your kitty.
Considering we almost had to rename this episode "An Interview with Steele and Valentina" based on like everybody's questions and stuff like that.
I like Kickin better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you guys ever met that chick, Kickin Valentina? Have you guys ever met her?
Mm-hmm. No. And let me tell you, I would love to find her and put her in the video, to be quite honest.
You know what? We'll work on that. I'll work on finding her.
Yeah.
Okay. Do some research.
You do some.
That's the second chick that I gotta find.
Yeah. Like, because you didn't want to go into fetish sites. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a fetish site. I ain't gonna lie about it. Are you kidding?
It's like puppies and peanut butter. You know what? Oh wait, sorry.
Now they're gonna go out to write their first single for the follow-up album, which is gonna be called Fet Life.
Yep.
That's funny. I was thinking about that site the other day.
Matter of fact, my subscription just came in for that one.
Yep, it's a very good website.
So on a continuation from like what Angel was saying, like one of the things I definitely wanted to address for myself that's seen you multiple times, for anybody who's out there who's seen you guys multiple times, is your stage show alone is very, very fan interactive. It's very in your face. It's very aggressive. And so talk a little bit about that. Would you say that your sets and your show comes from your own personal just styles in playing, or were there any discussions about the fact that, look, if we're going to do this, we want to put it out?
No, man. I think it just comes naturally. I think we just gel.
Yeah, it's just
we're a live fucking band.
We are.
That's what
we it's just who we are. I mean, I've always been like this. Heber's always been like this. It's just who we are.
It wasn't.
We didn't really plan anything
or choreograph anything or say, "Hey, you're gonna do this." No, it's just who we are, and that's what I love about us, man. We get on stage, and it's just another. We're on a different wavelength, and that's what we want to do is just play. We want to play and sweat on people,
Absolutely.
That's it, And for us, one of the, I mean, for me personally, I don't know if I'm speaking to you. When I went to go see bands and they just stood there, I mean, to me, it was like, all right, well, why not just stay home and listen to the album then and watch and look at the poster.
Absolutely.
When I go to a show, and back then, that's why I'm such a big Kiss fan, because of all the energy in the big show and all that stuff, because you're entertained, and that's we want to give people their money's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we do this to have fun. And,
Mm-hmm.
So we want, and we feed off the crowd, and so.
Well, absolutely. And on that note, Chris, I mean, you guys touched about it off the air before we came live about the fact that you did this live feed concert, and it really was great. I mean, you guys sounded fantastic, but at the same time, you talked about it being a little bit of a bummer where you guys are looking at yourself on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something fun, and
we wanted to get something to the fans.
Yeah, we wanted to give people. Everybody's fucking stuck in their houses, and it was kind of at the peak of all stuff, and
Yeah. And a lot of people, you know, that had tickets to all the shows that were playing, you know, now they're canceled and they're, you know, so we just wanted to do something. But.
Yeah, so, you know, we had fun doing it, but, you know, we were like in a living room. Yeah, it was actually in the studio
where we recorded.
We just did it downstairs. And, yeah, we had a good time doing it and answering the questions and just, you know, we love interacting with fans all the time. And so it was fun doing that, but you miss that energy from them when they're not there.
Right. You know, just when you all of a sudden, you know, hey, how the fuck you doing? And you hear cricket.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything, right?
Yeah.
So that's just, you know, it's not the same. Not the same.
Yeah.
Even rehearsals, right? Even rehearsals are not the same.
Yeah.
We enjoy playing music and, you know, we like to rehearse and stuff like that, but they're not the same, even though we're playing the same songs. But you know, you turn the lights on and you put people in front of us and it's on, right?
Yeah.
And it's
absolutely
100-year-old man on Viagra. Ready to go.
Ready to go. Absolutely. Bobby, jump right in, brother.
So you guys have been here. You we're supposed to have your tour over in Europe right now?
We were supposed to be in the UK. When was it?
A couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago, I think it was right.
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago. We were supposed to be playing Call of the Wild and Hard Rock Helsinki's, and we were doing some club shows,
Rome Rock or something. Like
So
that.
what is your favorite city in Europe to play?
All of them.
Dude,
All of them.
I mean,
we have. It was so many.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to pick one.
Yeah.
I mean, we love Copenhagen.
We love playing Munich.
We love.
We had fun in Hamburg the last time.
We had great time in Italy. I mean, it's so hard to pinpoint. And as long as there's people willing to watch us, that's our. You know, that's it. It's so hard to pinpoint.
So,
bang your head.
Two-parter. How would you compare the crowds from Europe to the States?
The crowd, you know, one thing that we notice and over there is that people come over there to go see a show and they stay from beginning, the first opening band, all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Which over here they don't. Over here, when we're playing here, you always get people asking, "What time are you going on?" Well, we go on at this time, but the show starts here. And there's some other great bands that you may enjoy. Why don't you come and see them too, you know?
Yeah.
So that's a big difference that I noticed.
Yeah, I mean, whoever you see out there for the opening band they're there all the way through the end of the night. And, you know, other than that, I mean, it's, you know, rock fans are rock fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Absolutely, for sure.
Where'd Angel go?
He'll be back. We're not totally sure exactly.
He went to check the porn sites.
Yeah, he totally did. He went to go check those out. Steve, why don't you jump in, brother?
Speaking of bands and touring, who's been, if you can tell us, with the direct support slot that you have done for the national acts, who's been the coolest and who's been the assholes?
Man, hey, everybody's the coolest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
who's been the coolest?
Some of the bands that we love playing with. I mean,
all the guys in Skid Row
were awesome. Guys from Killer Dwarves are awesome.
Yeah, we love playing with them.
They're just awesome people. In general, you know, guys from Red Dragon Cartel were great.
Yeah.
You know, Pastor Pussycat, Elegans. I mean, you know, there was only a couple that I had a problem with.
Yeah. You know, really, honestly, we've only ever really just a couple times ran into assholes. But you know, we don't want to get into all of that. But
no,
you know, it's
and sometimes the assholes in the bands are the ones that you would least expect to be the assholes in the band.
Yeah.
How's that? Okay, that's pretty much a.
Yeah, it's probably the easiest one.
Yeah, that's definitely fair for sure. Jason, you're up, my friend. Unless you want to take a quick second.
Yeah, let me take a quick second.
Absolutely, no worries. Like one of the things that always gets talked about when it comes to like touring in general is like, the best part of like touring is the time that you actually spend on stage. Well, a band like you guys that not only has gone all over the country but have a lot of miles recorded in Europe, talk a little bit about being on the road. Like, have you stumbled across like interesting places that were like food or just cool sights, or maybe even some place that you thought was going to be kind of lame, maybe a drive-through that made you stop and be like, let's sightsee?
Oh man, as far as like food and drive-thrus, man, we probably had some of the best.
We eat a lot.
We eat a lot. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, there was a truck stop that I swear to God had probably the best. We're in Germany.
Yeah, we stopped at some little truck stop, like just like a gas station, like one of the auto hops over there. And just went in and got some schnitzel. And seriously, it was like the best fucking schnitzel like I've ever had.
And there was this big German.
So random.
Yeah, it was this big German woman making it back there, and she didn't speak any English, which is rare because everybody speaks English.
We had to point.
And we ended up pointing, and she just kept like she only knew how to say more in English, and she just kept going more and more and more, and just. Yeah. Dude, it was probably one of the best meals at a like weird truck stop joint in the middle of fucking Germany. We had no idea where the hell we were.
Yeah.
Damn.
But, I mean, touring is, you either love it or you don't, or you hate it. And it's like, our last European tour, we actually got to tour on a bus when we went out with the Nitro Gods. So it was a lot more relaxed.
Oh, but that was a fun tour.
That was an awesome tour.
From beginning to end, it was
so
great.
You just go to sleep in your bunk and you wake up and you're, you don't have to fucking do it. And then
unless the hole opens up and it rains on my bunk and I'm soaking wet and I end up in
Or and then there's times when you spend fucking hours and hours in a van and we're out just the four of us and it's fucking exhausting. And you get there just in time for sound check. You maybe get a shower and go back to the show or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Yeah,
that's the part I think that I hate the most.
Yeah,
the hurry up and wait.
But I mean, we wish. We've mainly toured the East Coast and some Midwest, and we really want to get out and do more of the U.S. We hope to do more of that next year, but as of right now, it looks like we're going to be back in Europe 3 times next year.
Nice.
And we're going to be in Detroit next month. No, this month in October coming up.
Yeah, October 23rd.
23rd. Yeah, we're going to be in Detroit. One of the rescheduled shows.
Yeah.
So at the Token Lounge.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome for sure. Angel, nice. If you're feeling good, brother, I can kick it over to you and the fans because I jumped here for obvious reasons.
No, that's all right. The computer had shut down for.
Did you get all the dingleberries out?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to be on camera for that.
Yeah,
of course.
Hard to pull off.
I had to check out that site real quick.
Yeah, no, that's what
he had to rub one out.
The 5-knuckle shuffle. There you go.
Oh, thanks a lot. Jenny Switzer, sorry if I mispronounced your last name. She wants to ask, how much are you missing playing live?
Oh, tons.
A lot.
A lot. We can't stand it.
Yeah.
We're just it's brutal. I mean, I know me personally, I need it for my sanity because I will shoot a motherfucker. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I really need it for my sanity.
We're all looking forward to the Detroit show. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Wasn't I supposed to say motherfucker?
Oh, you're totally.
Oh, it's all right. Stream cannot censor us, so.
Oh yeah.
It's totally fine to say fuck, any other fucking cuss words. It's
we have a really hard time like with all the fucking swearing that goes on this show.
I was gonna say, man, we should be able to say motherfucker. We're just talking about butt plugs.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could say all those things. I mean,
shit, fuck, cunt, goddamn cock. I mean, whatever we want to say, we can say it.
Exactly. It cannot be censored.
None.
Yeah. Try that again, Tippergore.
The whole interview would be that.
Beep, beep, beep.
Beep.
Luckily, we can't do that.
Any of the fans have any other questions out there?
Let me see.
I'm surprised Miss Brad Lee hasn't said anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure
Oh,
he's.
Brad Lee said, "Why their merchandise look like that?" ? My merch isn't set up like that.
What's that?
I know what he's talking about. Why is our merch set up like that?
Where's that merch?
What's the merchandise?
Oh,
set?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going
He's
back.
trying
This
to-
is going back to a question that he asked.
Yes, he's trying to instigate.
He's trying to instigate. Oh, I know
Yeah.
exactly what he's talking about now.
Yeah,
there was
he's poking the bear.
Yes, there was someone who were nameless was really upset that our merch table looked better than theirs.
Uh-huh.
And then Heber helped their merch guy set their merch up.
Mhm.
And then he comes back out and says, no, it tells us they can only display one T-shirt
Mhm.
now.
And I flipped the fuck out.
Oh.
I flipped the fuck out. I told that motherfucker, go ahead. If you got balls enough to come and take it down, you can. Let's go.
Yeah.
And he fucking walked the other way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then next time we saw him,
It was a pissing match over the fucking merch tables.
Yeah.
And you know the funny part was that
Dude, you're making like 100 times more money than us tonight. Why are you fucking worried about if we're going to sell 2 extra fucking T-shirts?
And
go fuck yourself.
And that's what I told the promoter. I said, you pay us what you're paying him, and we'll display only one. And I said, but hey, look around. What do you see? Nothing but Kickin Valentina shirts in the audience.
Yeah, it was an Atlanta show we did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but we could tell you about that privately. We don't want to say it on the air.
No, for sure.
Well, we do have another fan question. RC or Juliana asks, can you elaborate a bit on why the 3 studio songs on the latest EP not get added to the new record? That's a good question.
Okay, trust me, we wanted that.
When they asked us to go into the studio, those were like the 3 songs that we were kind of like really into at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just went in and recorded them. And we thought that we were going to do like this limited, it was originally going to be like a limited edition release for the EP. So we thought the songs would go on the full length as well. And then everything got changed. And so we can't put them on the full length. We wish we could, but we can't.
The label said, no, I want all new ones.
Yeah, the label wanted us to do all new music.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to re-release any songs.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenny has another question. Hey guys, how long have you been working on creating and writing the songs on the new CD?
You know what? It's I mean, we started writing stuff right away.
Yeah.
I mean,
As
I
soon
think
as DK came in.
as soon as DK came in and he nailed down all the older songs, I mean, we started writing right away because it's like we knew we gelled, and it was like it was time to start going.
Yeah.
So some of them the riffs have been around for a while, and then we fine tune them, and then we started so we did have a lot of material that we working all at once, because all of a sudden there's a newborn energy in the band, and it was just pouring out of us.
Yeah.
And there's probably 40 more that.
Yeah, once we want to start writing again. We kind of been talking, maybe after the Detroit show, we'll just start writing some new songs, and so hopefully it won't be as long in the next
We're doing the next
release as this one. But so hopefully we'll start writing again soon, since we've got so much downtime now. So
here's a RC Oriana asked another really good question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe your songwriting process?
Well, I think it's all over the place.
It is.
We don't have one set formula. We all come up with ideas. Somebody goes, "Oh, okay, that's a good idea." No, we don't like that one. What you got that one? And we just throw it up against the wall and see what sticks, and then it goes from there.
Usually it really depends. Sometimes we just get together and we just start jamming. Whether it's just on a drum, Jimmy's got a drum beat or whatever. We just things just come out that way.
Mhm.
And then sometimes it's just, either I bring in a riff or Heber will bring in a riff, and
It goes from there.
you just kind of have a general idea, the direction that you want the song to kind of go, like in your head. And we just sit down and just kind of hash it out. Since DK's been in the band, we'll put the music together, like a basic structure of the song, and we'll send it to, you okay over there?
Who?
You're cracking up about something.
That would be
I'm all right, I'm
Cycle
good.
Steve.
No, that's Jay.
No, that's Jay. That's
Jay.
Jason.
And,
That's all. That's Jason.
We'll send the stuff to DK, and he'll go, yeah, I like this, I like this.
He'll send us back, and we send it back. And,
Yeah, so we just send stuff back, until we kind of get it to where we want it.
Mhm.
So,
Here's my question. How does the band decide, okay, this is a good song or this is a bad song for the record? How do you guys decide that?
it really depends, man. It really does.
It's just I think when all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, man, that's a good song.
Yeah.
I think that people are going to enjoy that song, and it's just, and then you definitely know when, oh no, man, this shit sucks, you know. And there's a lot of those,
Yeah.
But then the one that sucks, a year from now, part of that song or that riff gets molded into something completely different, and you go, and that's all they needed, And it's just, I think it's just at the time, there is no, we're not dealing with the A&R people anymore like we used to, in labels, and you have to send them a whole bunch of stuff, and they go, well, I think this one's right, this one's this, and this one's that, So it's right. It boils down to, we're gonna fucking play and put on the album what the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Sure. And it's 'cause we have to like it.
Yeah.
And
And you're paying for it now.
We have the freedom to do what we want.
Mhm.
So the label, they like to have a say in like the singles and things like that.
And we do send them the stuff, and they'll go, oh yeah, man, that's great, or I like this one, They haven't said I don't like something. It's always been, I like this one a lot better than this one, and I like this one a lot better. So they're more looking at the singles, but they do give us the freedom to really, because at the end of the day, this whole band was founded on being an apologetic rock and roll band. We're going to do it the way we want to, and that's it. You either like it or you don't. And if you don't like it, we're not going to lose sleep over it,
Absolutely.
I definitely want to say, do a question. Well, do the very special hello. We do have a very special guest that just joined us. Your singer, DK. What's up, bitches?
I don't know who that bitch is. What's her name? What's her name again?
DK.
She likes dick in the what?
Wow.
What a way to treat your singer.
Dick and the kisser, baby.
That's right. Mm-hmm. What's up, sweetheart? How you doing, baby?
Well, feel free to call up and join us if you want, DK.
Yeah, Jason will love that. Get another connect for him.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, damn.
Well,
Here,
here,
you got me working too hard.
for sure. Well, here, since we're on like that similar like topic, and you were talking about how the EP was originally going to be kind of like a special edition.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since the record label wanted a full brand new album, so Chaos in Copenhagen kind of has now become like a standalone release.
Yes.
For the fans that want to continue to get it, who might not have it, is that album going to continue to be pressed for the time being?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're going to probably get it through Target Group more.
Yeah. I know we had pretty good distribution. So if there's any like mom and pop record stores out there,
they'll have it.
A lot of those places have our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some weird little obscure places that don't, but
and you can get it on Amazon and Best Buy.
You can get it to our site. Get it on Amazon. Nice. If whatever they've pressed sells out, and if there's a demand for it, they're going to press it again.
Yeah,
for sure.
We've had to do repressings of like of Super
Atomic and Imaginary,
because the first pressing sold out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice, right on. Yeah, because with like digital releases and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you can always find, most of the albums that you're looking for with digital platforms being what they are nowadays, you can definitely get them and stuff like that. But like hard copy nerds like me, like the guys that love that physical copy, peeps are gonna want to know.
Yeah.
And that one's on vinyl also. Chaos is on vinyl also.
Nice.
Cool.
So
absolutely. And you guys also do with your various, like pre-orders, Indiegogos or Kickstarter type things. You do a lot of other like cool things where, not only just live at shows, you are always so down to sign and put things out there, because you did like specialty signed vinyls for Imaginary Creatures in Copenhagen. And so I assume you're doing that same kind of stuff for Revenge of Rock.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything that it'll obviously it'll be available in our merch store later on, autographed versions of stuff. But everything that people buy through the Indiegogo is it'll all be signed.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, not the T-shirts and
CDs and vinyl.
But the guitars and the cymbals and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you also offer, before I kick it down to Psycho, since you were talking about the campaign, you've got like some interesting stuff like a concert that people can like get.
Yeah, yes. like we've got some festivals coming up in Europe next year. So if anyone wants to come with us to the show, they can like be part of the crew and
be like the 5th or 6th member of Kickin Valentina.
Hang and
just do everything that we're doing, except obviously play on stage.
They'll have all access to whatever they want to do.
Well,
within limits.
Within limits, yeah.
They want to watch stage and all that sort of shit. They can do that and just hang out, and we're taking care of a lot of stuff for them, and
nice.
Like some transportation
and food, right?
Hotels. All that stuff's included. So,
certain with certain exceptions, the guys, the band gets first dibs on the girls and all that kind of stuff. Psycho Steve, take it away, brother.
So you mentioned we talked about the bands that you have toured with, the good, bad, and
gonna start some shit again? Are you gonna start some shit again?
Of course. I like this. Like I said, bucket list, place to play, and band to support or tour with.
I would love to play in fucking Japan, opening up for Kiss.
Awesome.
Japan would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna steal a cigarette. No.
Okay.
Stealing cigarettes. Sorry.
God damn, dude. Did you leave them in the fucking supermarket again?
Or left them
at the gas station?
I left them at the gas station behind the counter. Bucket list. I'd love to go to Japan. Bucket list band.
Dude, there's so many, right?
Dude, there's so many.
Kiss, Aerosmith, Metallica.
If I could open for any band ever, it would be like Guns N' Roses. But bands that we would love to tour. We want to go. We've done some shows with Hardcore Superstar. We want to go out and play with those guys more.
Yeah.
There's a band called Danko Jones from Canada that I like a lot. I'd love to play with like someone like them.
Yeah, do some shows with them and stuff.
Backyard Babies. Like there's
tons of bands.
There's tons of bands that we would love to play with.
But as far as humongous bands,
you're talking big bands. Guns N' Roses would be it for me.
Nice.
Right on.
Dude, that's sick. Mr. Dreyer.
Yeah. All right. So here it is. Why did you guys pick Burning Love?
I'm a big.
I'm a huge Elvis fan, and I love that Winona did it.
It was just we're all Elvis fans. I'm a big Elvis fan. I have like a shrine over there to Elvis. I don't know. It just came by. Let's do a cover, but let's do something different, right? That nobody.
Yeah, we didn't want to do like
your typical covers that you hear all the time.
Yeah, something that people would expect.
So we
kind of want to do AC/DC or it's something like that.
So we kind of grabbed a classic kind of song, right, that everybody knows, and kind of punked it up a little bit. And
which definitely really cool. You guys threw in that Buck Cherry charm to it, and gave it a little bit of kick in the ass.
Yeah.
So this is a two-parter too. So with Chris, you being a bass player, who was the guy who inspired you bass-wise? I mean,
The guy who made me want to be a bass player was Cliff Burton. To me, he was the coolest fucking metal bass player, ever. And and then I realized I could never play like Cliff Burton. So
man's got to know his limitations.
Yeah. So some of my favorite bass players, like I love Duff McKagan. I love Rachel Bolan. I love Pete McClanahan from the band Warrior Soul.
Right.
Eric Avery from Jane's Addiction. Like those are some of my favorite bass players.
Very cool. Jimmy, what about you, drum-wise?
Well, Jimmy's not on this interview, buddy. I think you mean Heber.
Jimmy's a big Tommy Aldridge fan.
Yes.
Oh, is he?
So I'll answer that one for him.
And Mickey D.
He
loves Mickey D.
Yeah, so I think both of those guys were his inspiration to play drums.
Yeah.
Oh.
For me, guitar, man, I'm a big John Sykes fan. I'm a big Jake Lee fan. Obviously Ace Frehley. But I think Jake and John Sykes were probably some of my biggest rock and roll inspirations. But I also like Steve Lukather and guys like that. Andre Segovia. But as far as rock and roll,
Very cool.
That's super duper sick for sure. Angel, it's all you, brother.
Okay, definitely got a few questions. This one's from Bridget Sullivan. How was it working with Andy Riley?
He's a cunt. Let me tell you, he's a complete cunt.
No, Andy is awesome.
He puts the U in cunt.
Yes. We love working with Andy. He knows what sounds we're looking for, and this is our third full-length album with him. And
now he's just we just click. He's an awesome dude. And and we just have fun.
Yeah.
Doing it, right? Yeah. I mean, it's he gets us.
Yeah, he does.
And now a question from another Sullivan. This one's from Kim Sullivan. With the new album coming out, I've heard you state in another forum that there will be several different style songs. Ace, what of something for everyone? Does the band have a favorite genre or subgenre, so to speak, that they prefer to want to project?
We individually all like different. We like a lot of core bands, but we all like. I love more kind of punky type stuff, Degeneration, and even like early Faster Pussycat, or just more like sleazy kind of influence, New York Dolls and Dead Boys. That's the kind of stuff that I like, and
we all have different. I guess likes and dislikes in like I said, in a core, I think we all like a lot of the same bands, but like as individuals, like I said, I'm a big Elvis fan, Motown fan, but I love jazz. I love, classical music. I love, and then, then you have your Kiss, and then you have your Ozzies, and then you have your White Snakes, and, so.
As far as the album goes, we've talked about this one's a little more diverse than some of the other stuff that we've done. This one's got, we played around with more harmonies this time, and we've got some stuff that's a little more
Well, there's definitely a lot more anthemy. Definitely.
It's definitely,
This album's more anthemy. Yeah.
And there's some heavier stuff like War. The song called War, and there's Rat Race and stuff like that's a little heavier. And we've got stuff like, I don't even know what maybe even more Kiss influenced stuff. Maybe little hints of some Cheap Trick in there. So
maybe a little bit of John Mellencamp in there.
It's just a little more. Yeah, exactly.
Pink House. I knew it.
It's just a little more. It's just a little more diverse than some of our other stuff.
I think you guys will like it. I think you guys.
Dude up here is just fucking cracking up.
Yeah. He's watching something else.
He's got something else going on.
He's watching
What
porn.
do you got going on over there?
He's watching porn.
Midget porn.
He looked up the original Kickin.
If he's laughing,
I'm looking for it.
Jimmy must have said something.
Psycho Steve, can we see both of your hands, please? No, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
Can't see it.
We can't see it. Back it up.
Yeah.
Wait.
Back it up, baby.
Back that thing
Up, baby.
Back that thing up, baby.
Can't see it.
What is
No,
What is that?
it keeps going in and out on this.
It's like a magic trick.
it? Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, is it us? You watching us?
Nice. Watching us, watching you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jim wants to know, what bands are you guys listening to?
What bands are we listening to? Well, right now I was listening to Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Billy Squier before.
Yeah. Newer bands that I like. I really like. There's a band called Sister out of Sweden. There's a band called Dust Bowl Jockeys.
There's
Look,
American Bombshell, great new band
out of Indianapolis.
Out of Indianapolis.
Yeah. What else are we fucking listening to now?
We listen to anything.
Yeah. We saw Crazy Licks.
Yeah,
like
Crazy Licks a lot.
We saw them when we were in Copenhagen on one of our days off. We took the train over to Malmo to see them.
Right, and like Hardcore Superstar too, and
Yeah.
Things like that.
So yeah. Mustache, they're a good band. Mustache is a good band. And where are they from? Are they Swedish? Yeah, they're Swedish.
Swedish.
Junkyard Drive is a good band from Copenhagen. We're on the same level as them. So there's some
cool stuff.
Cool stuff out there. Danko Jones, I
Danko Jones,
mentioned them earlier.
Yeah.
No, it's the top of the hour, so I know, Jay, we got to give love to our sponsors.
That we do, absolutely. And we always want to say thank you so much to Sarah and Cadaver with Twisted Vines, Horror Decor out of Rhode Island. Want to thank Levy Metal Enterprises for, being so super cool and supportive. We got to thank absolutely Mr. Bradley Entertainment for being a part of us as well. And we really appreciate those people, backing us, getting with us from the ground level up, and just being so down for this project. We put a lot into this. This is a show for the fans. It's run by fans, and we really get to dig on what we do, and we're really, really blessed about it. So we definitely appreciate, Twisted, Levy, and Brad for being so open and being so involved with us. Anybody who wants to be involved with us, reach out to any of us together or individually. We'll discuss what we need to discuss and do what we can to build the best overall product for us and for you and all that kind of good stuff, for sure. So we really greatly, of course, appreciate those guys and girls so very much. And I'm going to kick it right back over to Psycho Steve, and then Angel will bring you back in shortly.
All right, so I'm back into the stealing mode. I'm going to steal Jay and Bob's question.
Yeah.
He's going to go gear.
About gear, exactly.
What'd you say about queer? What? Oh, sorry, gear. Oh.
Love you, Bob. Okay, so the question is, what do you guys play as far as in, like, if you had to build it, who would build it for you? Or do you have the gear that you're already set and there's nothing else?
Oh, I got my shit, and I won't play anything else.
Yeah.
I'm a Les Paul guy with a Marshall.
Yeah.
And it's just that's my thing. With my own strings, by the way.
Yes.
Made by Kurt Magnan, one of our endorsements.
Yes.
So we have actually our own signature strings. So if you guys play, check those strings out.
Cool.
They're pretty.
What are they called again?
Kurt Mangan.
Kurt
Kurt-
Mangan.
Magnan strings. Mm-hmm.
And what year Les Paul are you playing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a 75 Black Beauty. I have a 72 Deluxe. Those are the two that mainly go out with me. I also have a 1982 Silverburst. What else? Those are my main guitars. The Blackie and Gold that go out with me all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Morley too. I use Morley pedals, which I'm endorsed by Morley. So, and we use pig hole cables. I mean, if we're on the we might as well name everybody, right?
Yeah.
Pig hole cables.
Yeah.
So if Gibson and Marshall want to endorse me,
I play Galen Kruger heads and the 750s, and then I play through Ampeg 810 cabinet. And as far as basses, right now I'm playing like an Ibanez Artcore, one of the hollow bodies. I've got like a custom Rickenbacker, and I've got some Thunderbirds, and
who made the custom Rickenbacker for you? Give him a shout out.
Marvin Guitars.
Marvin Guitars.
Yes.
Yeah.
He made
He's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, right now I'm playing through hollow bodies, and
Jimmy uses Tama.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
Shit, I think is it Sabian?
I think he plays Sabians.
I think he plays Sabians. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And ProMark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Right on.
And DK is endorsed by Duracell batteries for his wireless.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Actually, I also do want to give a quick shout out, of course, to Mark and Lizzie as well over at Rock and Horror Apparel too. They've been doing my clothes for years. They were guests on this show, so they're alumni as well. And we definitely want to give a shout out to Mark and Lizzie with Rock and Horror Apparel. We love you guys as well. Jason, it's been a minute, my man. I know you were helping us out with some tech stuff, but I'll bring you back in there, Giggles.
Okay, guys. So if you guys weren't,
You're high as fuck, aren't you?
no, I'm not. No. If you guys were not doing music as a career right now, what do you think you'd be doing?
Porn store.
And I really don't know. I mean, I've been doing this all my life since I was 16 years old. So I really don't know anything else. I mean, now obviously, yeah. I mean, we've all done odds and ends jobs here and there. You know, man, I do heating and air now. You know, so what would I be doing if I wasn't playing music for a living? I have no idea. You know, I've taught music, and I've taught music schools and things like that too. You know, I mean, it's pretty much everything I know is music. So
Yeah, I have no idea.
yeah, I would love to be doing what you're doing because you're giggling the fuck out. So I don't know what you do.
The comments.
We're just a happy, fun bunch.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Angel, I'm going to kick it back down to you, brother, since we cut you a little short before.
No problem. I have a word from our sponsor. Literally. Bradley. This is from Bradley. This isn't a question, more of a comment. As one who got involved very early with your material, I want to praise you for the evolution of your material. Seeing you grow as a band is inspiring and a shit ton of fun to watch. If every band had as much fun as you guys, the world would be a better place.
I agree with him 100%.
Me too.
That was
Yeah,
sweet.
I mean that was
sweet.
very sweet.
That was sweet, Brad.
And
He's a sweet guy.
We will cuddle when we see you, Brad.
Yeah.
Besides doing our kid and play dance that me and him do together.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he has. I mean, he has seen us from
Very
very early on.
Yeah.
So he has seen the evolution, and he's been with us, you know, as a confidant, if you
Yeah.
will. How's that for a big word?
There you
Huh?
go.
That's not bad.
Confidant.
Right now, yeah. Now I gotta throw a fuck or something in there because So yeah, he's been there from the beginning and he's seen us, and then we just love having him around and being a part of his events and just see him grow as well into what he's doing. So
yeah, when we originally met Brad, he was just starting to promote shows, I believe.
Yes.
I think he had only been doing it for a little while, and
he was managing the band. There were
Saints of Rebellion.
Saints of Rebellion.
He
Yes.
was working with those guys at the time.
Yeah.
And then we just became really good friends with him. And Brad's like our brother, and we love him. And he's always been there for us. So and like Heber said, it's been really cool to watch him grow as a promoter and put on all these cool events. So.
Well, I have one fan question and one question from your bandmate. Brian wants to know if you could learn an instrument that you never picked up and or experiment with a genre that you haven't created music in, what would it be, or what would it be?
An instrument that I play multiple instruments, but I would love to play saxophone.
Yeah.
And probably I don't know, some of that, maybe do some music, some of that cool mellow jazz with the sax, night feel, you know where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that would be cool if I could play the
cars.
So that would be an instrument that would be cool.
Another instrument that I would
maybe learn how to play the bass.
Learn how to play the bass, probably. Maybe I could graduate to a 5-string or something.
Wow.
I don't even know what to do with that extra string. Why is that? Why do I even have 4, really? No, man, I don't know,
Or any other genre of music that you would play besides rock?
Besides rock.
Right. Like would you play classical,
That you would
jazz?
play that you haven't. Something that you would play that you haven't played.
Like would you go classical, jazzy?
I do more classical, I guess.
Country?
Jazz. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with classical.
And the harp.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I would really love to master the triangle, but
yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and DK wants me to ask you guys, what's up with your love for pineapple pizza?
Oh, fuck that nasty motherfucker. That's a sin, you bastard.
That is a sin.
With fucking pineapple. Typical guy from California. That's sacrilegious, man.
Sacrilegious, man. You don't do that.
That's a sin. That's a sin.
Pineapple and fucking ham and shit.
On pizza? No. No.
I fucking love pineapple on pizza.
You like pineapple on pizza?
I'm one of the guys that will fight for Hawaiian pizzas.
Oh,
yeah.
I like pineapple on titties, but not on pizza.
I can't do that, man.
Me neither. I can do it on titties, but just not on pizza.
And then you put it with fucking salt.
No, that doesn't.
I'm good.
No.
Any
again,
more reviews from the fans, Angel?
I have a question. Can you tell us the story on purchasing your first instrument, and do you still have it?
I actually use my own money to purchase the instrument. Yes, I do. I still have it. It's my 1982 Silverburst custom Les Paul. All right, so here's the story for it. Okay. I'm working in a music store, and this lady comes in, and she has 2 cases, a Fender case and a Gibson case. And she goes, my husband passed away, and I found these in the attic, and I just want to get rid of them. So she opened it up. The first thing she opened up was the Gibson case, and I saw Les Paul, and I said, well, how much do you want for it? And she goes, $400. And I said, yeah. And I gave it to her, and that's it, and I took it. Didn't even bother with the Fender. I'm not a Fender guy, but That's how I bought my first guitar, and I still have it.
Nice.
With my own money. I've had guitars prior to that, but I didn't use my own money. That's where all the strippers and sugar mummies.
My when I started playing, I played guitar, and I just had an acoustic, and I don't even remember how I got it. I think I bought it from like a friend at school or something. And then I ended up with a Fender Mustang. Which was a complete piece of shit.
Yep.
And then I ended up with I had a BC Rich Warlock for a little while. And then I got rid of those, and I bought my first bass, which was a Epiphone, and I do still have that. So I was probably 16 when I got my first bass.
Nice. Sweetness, man. Mr. Dreyer.
So, coveted instruments that you wish you would have. You know, you talk about Les Paul. What Les Paul would you give your left testicle for?
Testicle for? Wow. Well, obviously Les Paul's original guitar, I would give my left testicle for. That would be a definite. I'm not a Fender guy, but one of Jimi Hendrix's guitar would be just fine hanging on my wall. Right?
Yeah.
I'm a Hendrix fan. I mean, I got it tattooed on my arm. And so yeah, I think that would be the two guitars that I would be like, wow, if I could, I would. Right. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And if there was one artist that you could play with, living or dead, let's go with dead.
Yes.
Who would it be?
Jimmy and Elvis.
Very cool.
Both of them.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Same stage.
Yes. And me just handing them towels because I'm not. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'll hand them their water.
After they revive you from the ground.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Artist that I would love to play with that's dead.
Yeah, somebody that we could even dig them up.
I don't know.
We have the technology.
Everybody's a hologram.
I have no idea. I mean, Steve Vader's come to mind.
Okay.
I mean, I love the Dead Boys.
Yeah, that's
I think that's awesome. Right on. I think that's super duper cool. I got one for you guys. What's your take on comp tickets?
On comp tickets? Yep. Absolutely no comp tickets, right?
Dude, I don't know. We keep our guest list a little.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do. Dude, we played with some bands, man, that they're like, dude,
they let half the crowd in.
They let half the crowd in. Yeah,
I mean, dude, seriously, like when we do our shows here in town, it's like, we'll announce a show and everybody starts hitting you up, and it's like, no,
man.
We literally will 4 or 5 people. That's about it.
I mean, we want the promoters and the clubs to make money too.
Yeah.
So we can't. I don't think you should abuse that.
Nope.
And I know some bands do abuse it. But so we don't. And that's why a lot of promoters say that we're probably some of the easiest band to work with because we're just not needy. And, but then with that end, because we are that way, that when we do ask for something, they don't have a problem saying absolutely.
Absolutely. No, 100% sure. And especially too, I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, just like the bands, I mean, the venues are hurting too. So, anything that we can do to help these guys out, it's just really the way.
Yeah. I mean, everybody needs help,
Absolutely.
And like I said, when we ask for stuff, then we get it. Like when we play a Bradley Entertainment show, a writer had, a Frisky Ferret, rubber gloves, peanut butter.
Yep.
wooden clothespins and midgets, and he provided it, and he had made it happen.
They better be fucking wooden.
And,
They
you know,
better be
and
wooden.
they be wooden. Yeah. So.
Some people.
Plastic clothespins. I'm not fucking around with this shit.
Man, some places it's fucking brown M&Ms. For you, it's wooden clothespin.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Psycho Steve, it's all you, brother.
Your nipples a little bit better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever been starstruck?
Starstruck.
The only time I've ever been starstruck is
I'm starstruck by you now.
yes. In another band, I got to open for Paul Stanley, and when I got to meet him, it was a little intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get starstruck often, but it was Paul Stanley.
So this is during his Live to Win or 89 tour?
We did the first 3 shows of his Live to Win tour with him.
Awesome. What was the name of your band?
Rocket Street.
Okay.
And so it was the nicest fucking guy, man. Like him, Doc McGee, like the whole crew, they were all awesome, really nice. But the first time I met Paul, it was a little, it's Paul Stanley.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Yeah. With me, it was Gina and Paul, both. They were playing Madison Square Garden. We were playing a club across the street from it, and me and my manager at the time were hanging out there's a bar in Madison Square Garden, and we were having a drink, and I had my back against the door, and they walked in, and my manager was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna believe this," and I hear Gene's voice in the back, and I turn around, and it was Gene and Paul, and actually, believe it or not, Gene bought me a drink.
Nice.
Wow.
So
What year was this?
I didn't even think I could say thank you. It wouldn't come out of my mouth. It was just like, oh God.
Gene was at the first show that we did with him, and I walked up to him backstage, and he came in with his whole fucking entourage of women and whatnot. But I walked up and I was, introduced myself and said, "Hey man, you just opened for Paul, and just wanted, big fan, just wanted to meet you and say hello, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Oh, beats working 9 to 5, doesn't it?" And then just turned around and walked off. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think he's the king of the one-liners, and you leave you hanging because you don't know what to say back. Right?
Yeah.
So I think Gene and Paul for me were I got.
And
started.
what year was this when you met them?
Oh shit, man! Now you gotta make me think. It was a long time ago. I have to start counting. I'll get back to that one. While you guys are asking questions.
Okay.
To figure it out.
Gene is the man of the one-liners. I've been hit by one of Gene's one-liners before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely great with that. Jason, it's all you, brother.
So my question is, how long ago did you meet Gene?
I think he was still figuring that out.
Yeah, I mean, it was
just
a long time ago, man. It was like, we're talking about, I'm going to reveal my age by doing this. In 2020, so that is like 20 years old.
He was like 20.
While you think,
I was like 21 years old.
21, so it was like 1972 or
something.
Okay. All right,
Like
so
21.
I do have a question. What do you have any like funny, strange stories of occurrences or interactions with other famous artists that you've met where maybe it was embarrassing or memorable or anything like that?
Funny stories.
Any embarrassing stories?
I don't think anything
No,
embarrassing.
I don't remember anything embarrassing ever really happening. Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
No. I mean,
Memorable.
no. I mean, nothing embarrassing.
I will say that one of the coolest experiences was when we played in Italy.
Yes.
And
so that was definitely cool.
It was Heber's birthday, so our friend Aurelia was the promoter, and so he threw Heber a birthday party. And, he owns a restaurant there in Bellagio, so he threw a birthday party for Heber, and
we played that same night.
We played that same night, and Dave Manichetti was in town with his wife Jill, so they came to the party, and
they came to the show too.
They were at the show, and then we ended up hanging out with Dave and Jill after the party,
drinking wine on the steps.
Yeah, we were just sitting there, and he was just telling us all these fucking stories about when they toured with AC/DC and how like Bon Scott wanted to ride like in the bus with them instead of and just all kinds of stories about like the early days of Y&T and the bands they played with and the shit they went through
and we just right before that, when here in the United States in Atlanta, we just opened up for Y&T. We played with Y&T maybe like a couple of weeks before that.
Yeah.
And one of the best lines he said, he goes, "You guys want to be famous, all you got to do is open up for us. Look, Van Halen opened up for us. They're bigger than us." He started rattling all these bands as he opened up for them. He said, "That's all you got to do. You want to be huge? You just open up for us, and then you pass us."
Yeah.
It was just that was a great moment. Just drinking wine in the middle of Bellagio, Italy.
But it was just cool hearing like all these old stories from them when they would tour with all these bands and some of the behind the scenes stuff, and it was cool.
And they're just great people.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Jill and Dave is great.
Oh, that's so fucking cool. Angel, let's kick it back down to you and the KV mob before we start going around the table one more time.
Cool. Okay, this is a first question from one bandmate to another. Okay. So this question comes from DK. What is your favorite part of the live show?
The favorite part of the
favorite part of your live show?
The first fucking chord.
Yeah.
God damn, that first chord. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I get a hard on.
It's the whole when you're coming out on stage and the fans,
boom, it's on,
and all that. That's like my favorite part. And just the interaction with the fans and everything. It's like
that's
the part that I like.
Yeah. How about DK? Since he's on there, ask him what's his favorite part. Besides going up to my amp and grabbing my fucking bottle of whiskey.
DK, you could respond. I will read the comment. It's a good question. See, now this is fun. Now you guys are part of the Metal Summit doing an interview as well. So,
hell yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
It's all first day on live on
Oh, dude, okay, when you guys get your first show after COVID, you're going to be lucky not to break your string on that first fucking chord you hit.
No shit, man. No shit. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Got a question from Brian. I think you guys answered this question earlier. Your single biggest musical influence and why?
For me, like I said, it was Kiss. Just the whole atmosphere of and how larger than life they looked up on stage was just, to me, what made me say, yes, this is what I want to do.
For me, bass player wise, Duff McKagan. Like you listen to Appetite for Destruction, it doesn't fucking get cooler than that. Like his playing on that record is just fucking sick. So.
And Brian also wants to ask, what is the best metal band that originated in New York City?
Metal?
Yeah. There are quite a few.
There's been a few. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Now I feel like I'm on the spot. Fuck.
It's hard to pick.
There's also so many subgenres now.
Like Anthrax.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, they come to mind.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cool ass rock and roll bands. But metal.
Like metal, I'm gonna go with Anthrax. I mean, if you want to go with rock, I mean, it's obviously Kiss and Degeneration, Ramones.
Yeah.
New York Dolls, Spread Eagle. We go on. rock bands, but metal, yeah, I would say Anthrax. There's another one band to that.
Overkill.
Overkill. Yeah, I think they were more Jersey though.
Jersey.
Yeah, they were Jersey. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of metal bands from Jersey too.
Oh, and I got two really.
Wasn't Biohazard? Biohazard was really cool band.
They're from New York, Brooklyn.
Yeah, Biohazard.
Was it Death
Kevin
Angel?
Seinfeld.
They were in San Francisco.
No, they're from San Francisco. Yeah, there was a ton. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Twisted.
Well, yeah, Twisted Sister, absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We got a response.
Okay.
DK says, as for his favorite part of the live show is standing on the riser, arm in the air, and ready to kick off the set.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's unanimous, man. The start of the show.
it's the start of the show, man.
Yeah.
You know that the
adrenaline,
the adrenaline
and
that
energy
kicks
when you
you.
first walk out. Yeah.
and that breath you take right before it. Ooh, all right, we're going on. Woo! You know, that's just that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, his favorite part of the show. He just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I got two more questions. Jackie wants to know, what bands do you compare your music to?
We don't. I don't think we compare our music to anybody. We definitely don't say, okay, we're going to write a song like this band. Now, if people hear it, well, then they hear it. Because trust me, we've heard some of our songs that people describe and go, oh, man, that kind of sounds like this and that. And we're going, wow, well, we don't hear that at all.
No,
but
I mean,
whatever, if that's what makes you,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And
I've heard people compare us to like Whitesnake. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, where the fuck you get that from?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I love me some White Snake, but not in
I
that
love
comparison.
Whitesnake, but you
I
know.
love Whitesnake too, but we don't
Yeah.
say Whitesnake.
Yeah.
But,
Sorry, fan, you lose that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we sound like anybody. I mean, we obviously have influences and that comes through, but you know, it's kind of all over the place, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna call it our own rock and roll. How's that? It's called who you sound like? It's unapologetic,
Rock and roll.
unapologetic, balls deep street rock and roll. How's that?
There you go.
Can we hashtag that?
There you go.
yes, we can.
Unapologetic, balls deep, street rock and roll. How's that?
Hashtag.
Oh, I got two more questions one question from a fan and another question from your bandmate.
Oh my God, like we don't talk to him enough.
Bridget Sullivan wants to know, what's the first album you ever bought?
First album I ever, with my own money. First album I ever had was Glenn Campbell, Rhinestone Cowboy.
Mine was Commodores.
First album I ever bought, I don't even remember. Probably like Motley Crue or something.
Kiss Alive.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And a question from your bandmate. What's your favorite song to play live so far?
Favorite KV song to play
Favorite
live?
KV song to play live. So
I
far.
love Turns Me On. I love playing Get Ready.
Yeah.
Newer stuff. I like Rat Race. I like Sweat. Easy Rider.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
Shake Down.
You know.
Yeah. It's
Those are probably my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm. And the one that's going to be a lot of fun to play, Somebody New. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his favorite? Someone answer his.
DK, what's your favorite song to play live?
Angel, you got a question of your own, buddy, while he's chiming in?
Well, I was just gonna go to Brian, and then my question.
Oh, killer, dude. Absolutely.
Brian wants to know, do you prefer stereo or analog?
Do you prefer stereo or analog? I mean, stereo obviously sounds better. I used to love recording analog. We're fucking dating ourselves, man. God damn. But yeah, I mean, stereo obviously sounds, better. And yeah, of course, I like to hear my guitars coming at me in stereo. You know.
And my question, how do you guys come up with the set list?
The set list. Usually, if there-
Jimmy or DK do it,
Jimmy and DK, because we go ahead, you guys work it out. And usually there's a lot of scientific research.
Hey, DK, you guys have done some research on it. Did some research on this. The fuck
What
you
do
been doing research on?
Well, my bong.
That's fucking amazing. That's just too good for words.
Yeah, Heber and I are just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Just,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all if we don't think something's not going to flow into something else, then we'll say something. But otherwise, usually one of the two will put it together and they get together and they just go, how's this, guys? And we look at it and go, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we have our core that we always end with.
Yeah.
And we have our opener. And I guess the opener will start changing.
Yeah.
Will start changing as the new albums come out. The ending song is probably always going to be the ending song. I mean,
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking awesome. Psycho Steve, let's kick it down to you, buddy.
You still with us?
Yes, physically. All right. Let me think. Talked about Japan. All right. Do you have a favorite KV song? Period. Not just playing out live, just in general.
For me, my favorite KV song is "Get Ready," right now. Right. I love a lot of these songs on the new album, but we haven't played them live yet.
Right.
So I'm sure I'll have a brand new KV song that I love. So right now, that's my favorite one that we played live, and we just hearing the interaction from the crowd is just awesome.
Yeah, I would say the same thing as far as what we've played live so far. "Get Ready" or "Turns Me On." I really like playing alone. Fans love that song. They like to sing along with it. So, new material, somebody new.
Somebody new from the new album. Somebody new is definitely. I think the four of us is one of our favorite songs.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the first single of that album. But I mean, to play Freak Show or War live, we can't wait to do those live and see the interaction of the crowd and see how they react to it.
Yeah.
And then then we might have a brand new favorite song.
Yeah.
But they're all fun. They're just all fun.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. I'm an Eyes guy myself. I really fucking love that song.
Oh, Eyes, yeah, that's good. That was a good song.
That's a good song too.
Yeah.
We haven't played that one in a long.
Yeah, we haven't played it. We learn how to play that.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Jason, let me kick it up to you, and then Bobby, why don't you follow him up?
Let's see. So,
What are you watching?
I'm watching you.
I'm watching you.
Watching you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So, what, I don't know if this was kind of already, this might have already been discussed a little bit, but, I know you mentioned Italy being a good show, but, is there, what was your best, I think Bobby asked about in the States, but what was your best, well, actually, I think, Italy, but,
Like one of our favorite European shows?
I mean, I was gonna ask, what's your favorite venue that you've played worldwide? But you already spoke about. You mentioned Italy and how it was great. I mean, other than Italy, is there something else?
There's a place.
And why? Like, what made it? What made it stick out?
You know what? One of my personal favorite. I mean, like we love Bang Your Head,
right?
It's
and I know
big stage, big crowd, all of that sort of stuff.
And I know where you're going with this because it's probably my favorite.
One of my favorite shows is we played in Munster, Germany.
Yep.
At this place called Rare Guitar. And we pulled in, and it's literally a guitar store.
Yeah.
It's like it's a fucking music store, and they've got a little tiny stage set up in the corner, and they've got a bar. So, and at night on the weekends, they move all the displays out of the floor. They open the bar and they fucking do shows. And we were playing this night with 2 metal bands, and we were like, "Oh my god, these guys are gonna fucking
they're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us."
Crowd's not gonna, And the place was fucking packed, and the crowd was like absolutely going fucking crazy. They were jumping up and down, fucking crowd surfing, and the stage is not even a foot off the floor, and they're falling over onto the fucking stage. And while we're playing, it was just absolutely fucking nuts. And
then we go on,
and but that's one of my favorite shows.
Let me elaborate on that a little bit. So, mind you, again, is what I said before, that over there they just want to. They stay from the beginning to the end and whatever, right? So there's the 2 opening bands for us. There were metal bands. So we're looking at each other like, who the fuck booked us here with metal bands, right? Because in the States, it doesn't work, right? So we thought we were going to get killed.
Yeah.
So they were moshing and doing all that stuff with the metal bands and stuff like that. And it was packed. Then we're going to go on and we're going, oh my God, let's see how this goes. Well, we started playing. They started going crazy. Yeah. And at one point, they started singing our songs back to us so loud that we stopped playing because we couldn't hear ourselves. That was just an amazing show.
It was a show. We had a lot of fans come to the show, but these other bands had fans there too. We were like, they're fans. These guys are not gonna dig us.
Yeah.
And even the other fucking bands were like at a merch table after the show.
Yeah.
You know, and it was cool.
It was cool.
You know, it was a fun.
It was a good experience. Yeah. Right.
That is so awesome. I actually have a follow-up question now because of your answer. People were singing your lyrics to the song. I mean, this one was over you, but how did that make you feel? Like, not necessarily that night, but the first time that you started hearing fans and audience singing along to your music.
Man, I get goosebumps. I mean, just talking about that now, I'm getting goosebumps now because that is like the most awesome feeling when that crowd is singing your songs back to you. And sometimes you're playing and they're so loud that you could hear them. We could hear them, you know, from stage. That is just an amazing feeling. I mean,
it is. And usually it's Alone or like Turns Me On and obviously Get Ready. And those are like the big sing-along songs and sometimes, it was fucking let the audience just do the choruses, just hold the mic out and just let them fucking sing it. And it's awesome. And,
it's just,
we've done shows like we opened up with On My Side for the longest time. And it's like, we've done shows where it's like, they're like fucking like into it, like singing everything back to us, like right out of the gate. And it's awesome.
Yeah. And when we hear that, it makes us play, I don't know about it better, but definitely, it definitely put on a better show as far as just gives us more energy because we just feed with it. And at that point, it doesn't matter how tired you were or if something hurt, like your back. Remember that show I did where I couldn't even walk? It just doesn't matter. I mean, that adrenaline from just the crowd. And when we tell you that we feed off the crowd, man, we feed off the crowd. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah. I think we've lost Steve.
Yeah. Did you fall asleep?
I think we've lost Steve.
Steve's here. No, that's fucking awesome. That's so cool. I mean, there's just nothing like a live show, like period. Like there's no follow up to that. It's just nothing like a live show. Bobby, down to you, my friend.
All right, so I'm gonna throw crazy at you. If you could be any cartoon character, who would it be?
Wow. Any cartoon
And you said Jason was high? Okay.
Yeah, basically, it was high. Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, Brad and Angie are gonna go all over the comments for this.
Dig into your childhood.
Okay, I would say Bugs Bunny.
I'm gonna go with like Squidward. I mean, my son's a big SpongeBob fan, so I watch a lot of SpongeBob. I'm going Squidward because he's a fucking cranky fucker.
Yeah.
So
I would say Bugs Bunny.
yeah.
I'm gonna say DK's Popeye.
Popeye.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, if there was any body part you could change, what would it be?
Oh,
What part?
If there was any body part, damn. He's like,
Dude, I don't fucking know, man.
Go out on a high note.
you're out on a high note. Any body part. I would say my nose, because I mean, let me tell you something. Back in the day, man, those fucking cocaine dealers could see me coming a mile away.
Body part, I don't know. I mean, is like a chin considered a body part?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. Look, you either have a cleft one or
You would change your chin?
I would change my chin.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. For my nose.
Well,
That shit's
okay, I guess
fucking
it's general nose.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because we're both happy with our dicks, so we're good.
Yeah. I mean, Heber's happy with mine.
And
so,
he's happy with mine. So,
I mean, what would he
and I really would not like him to change his chin because my balls fit perfectly on it.
Wow.
Angel, do we have anything? Any final questions from the KB mob?
He's like,
I do. Two final fan questions and a final comment from your bandmate DK.
We're gonna have to thank him at the end of this, like Kickin Valentina featuring DK.
Yeah.
Brian wants to know. Damn, the damn thing went down. Okay, what does the band enjoy doing between gigs and shows on tour?
When we're on tour,
balls on chin.
How we interact with each other right here. This is how we are constantly.
Yeah.
All right. I think even some people say, "Hey, I'm on tour with my bandmates and forever, and I can't stand them." We love each other and we love busting each other's balls.
Yeah.
And it's just with us, we're all brothers, and that's all we do is just bust each other's balls like this, and it's just. That is like the most fun thing that in between the shows,
I mean,
right?
I mean, we all hang out in between shows. When if we have a day off or whatever, we're all.
Yeah, we don't all go our separate ways. We go and hang out together, even though we've been together on fucking a bus or a van for fucking 20 hours. We go and hang out together because we just enjoy each other's company, and so we love busting balls all day. And Brad could attest to that. He's been on the road with us. That's all we fucking do is bust each other's balls. And we've always said that we want to put a camera in there and let it roll, but it wouldn't work because we would offend everybody.
Yeah.
We don't leave anything untouched.
RC wants to know, how long do you rehearse before going out on tour?
Fuck.
Never.
Never.
Yeah. For our next show, we're going to start. The three of us are going to start rehearsing on Sunday, and we'll get a few rehearsals in. We're going to get to Detroit a day early, and we'll rehearse with DK.
With DK over there,
and
then we'll do the show.
That's it.
And now a final word from DK. His favorite song to play live is Easy Rider.
Yeah, that's a great song.
It's a good song.
And when I come out in the crowd to sing Get Ready before we leave in a cloud of rock and roll radiation.
And confetti too. Don't forget the confetti.
Confetti.
Yeah.
Smoke.
We lost the beach bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, he's here.
Oh.
Angel, final question from you, my man.
What can fans expect next year?
A lot of shows, hopefully.
Hopefully
a lot of shows.
more touring.
We do have a lot of shows that are booked.
Yeah.
And so we do have a lot of tours. So hopefully everything works out and this Rona shit is gone. And we could play. We miss our fans, man. We miss interacting, bullshitting, hearing about their day. We like to hear about their day, what they've been up to. You know, we miss that, man. We love our fans. I think we have the best fans in the world, and we just miss them. And we just need to go out on the road and see them. I mean, that's.
Yeah. Hopefully next year it's just playing a lot more.
Absolutely, man, 100%. And before we wrap it all up and say our goodbyes, I want to kick it right back to you guys one more time to talk about the Indiegogo for any final wrap up and reminders.
Well, I think we might be down for 30 seconds because this is a long ass fucking interview, right? So
that's how we roll.
There's probably a few hours left. So please go over there and pre-order. There's one-of-a-kind items like the T-shirt designs and certain designs that you could only get through Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Last time we did this, we had tons of people afterwards going, "Where can we get that?" And you can't.
Yeah.
Because we won't do it. It's only for the people that do this. Yeah. This Indiegogo.
Yeah. So there's literally like only a couple more hours, 2-3 more hours maybe left on it. So and then that's it. Like Heber said, we're not going to make these designs again. So if they want them, go get them. If they want these perks, go get them. We're not going to make them available again.
And for all of you people that have done it already and made us crush our goal, you guys are amazing.
Yes, thank you.
We can't say it enough how much we love you and how we can't do this stuff without you. And we don't want to do this stuff without you. You guys are the ones that make us get on these long ass trips and just go and go play. It just makes it worth it. You guys are amazing, and we just love your support. And just keep doing it. And then every time you come out, just bring an extra person with you.
Yep.
You know, tell a friend. You know, we can't wait to see you guys. We really want to give everybody a big hug, and it's just we miss you. We definitely miss you.
Absolutely. And I mean, we miss you guys too, you know, live music. I mean, hey, it's alive and kicking, and with the Revenge of Rock in 2021, it'll be shown, you know, so we'll definitely do that 100%. But, you know, Heber, Chris, thank you guys so much for spending your evening with us, man. This was a hell of a lot of fun. What always matters to us is that you guys had a great time and that you enjoyed your time, enjoyed your questions, and just had a blast.
Yeah, absolutely,
it's
man.
Fun, man. Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. So we want to thank the Kickin Valentina mob, the KV mob. We want to thank our metal summoners. We thank you guys always for tuning in to spend your Wednesday nights with us here on the Metal Summit. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Subscribe to that YouTube page. Get us all built up nice and strong on the YouTube page. And just keep rocking and rolling with us. We'll make our next guest announcement on Friday. We love you guys so much. Keep in touch with us. Horns up. Thank you so much. For Jason, for Psycho Steve, for Bobby, Angel, I'm Jay. Again, for Chris and Heber, Kickin Valentina, this has been the Metal Summit.
Later.